Ladies and gentlemen, I must have done something good in my life to be joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the central attacking midfield maestro, a man who was part of a team that will hope to bring the championship of the Canadian Premier League to Ottawa. Number 10 in the program, number one in your hearts, Ollie Bassett. Ollie, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Do I get the job of being your hype man?
Yeah, you did. You definitely got that one.
All right, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. This is just one of the amazing things you can get at the Atletico merchandise booth. It is a thrill to chat with you. You do not get the chance to hear what I say about you in the stand, so I'm going to say it to your face. I refer to you as the David Silva of the Canadian Premier League. I think anytime I watch you on the field, here is a guy who wants to play, who wants to be in and on the action, who makes things happen on the pitch. So first and foremost, thank you for all of your incredible work with the team this year. And I'd like to ask, first of all, who were some of your influences from a footballing perspective? Like, so who are some of the footballers that you've looked up to?
I don't know. Honestly, I think the guy you just mentioned, I think David Silva. I used to watch him when he was at Man City. Growing up in England and watching the Premier League and stuff, and he was kind of in a similar position. Technically like pretty good, and then but also he's obviously not the biggest of players. So player I liked him, and then I also liked Santi Cazorla as well from Arsenal.
Okay.
He was another player that I really liked, just because they were kind of similar in terms of like how I like to play, and yeah, they were both very good on the ball, and yeah, I just really enjoyed watching them.
Excellent, excellent. As we enjoy watching you. Now, last year in the Premier League, Ottawa was in eighth place out of eight teams. This year, quite the change. Now, finished the season in first place. What do you attribute as the some of the different successes for the team this year?
I think obviously last year, I think, well, from the start, they were kind of maybe at a bit of a disadvantage. Their club was formed in 2020 during a bubble. They only played 7 games, and then last season it was also impacted by COVID. So you could kind of say that this is the first full season that has been, as close to normal as you can get. And I think obviously they brought in a lot of, new players from, internationally and around the league, and then obviously a whole new backroom and coaching staff as well. So I think it was just kind of solidifying us defensively, I guess, so we don't concede as many goals as they did last season. And then,
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, then you have every chance to win games, which is what we've done on multiple occasions this season.
Yeah. Now, of course, last year you were part of a championship winning team with Pacific. Now Pacific is going to be our our opponents in the playoffs. What is that like going against Pacific? Is it just is that an issue? Was that in the back of your head, or is it just another team?
I think that the first time you play against your old team, as I did early this season, it's kind of nice to see your old teammates and friends and stuff like that, before and after the game. But I think now it's obviously just a another opponent and another team that we want to beat and we feel like we can beat, like we have done all season. So yeah, for me, it's not really about me going up against my old team anymore. It's just about me, playing for Ottawa and then trying to do the best I can to get us into the final.
Yeah. Now going into a playoff game, because I know it's aggregate, so away and then home. What's the mental state? Does the team approach this as just another game, or is there a certain like level of heightenedness to it because it's a playoff game? Like how are you guys approaching it?
Yeah, I think you have to kind of approach it in a similar way that has brought us success over the course of the 28 games in the regular season. I think playing home and away, you have 180 minutes of football to get through to see who gets through to the final with obviously no away goals. So yeah, I think we'll just try and treat it as any other game and kind of just play the game and not really focus on the occasion too much. And yeah, hopefully we can go there this weekend and get a good result and then come back to Ottawa at TD and hopefully we can get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, my friend Tom reaches out to me just before the season starts, says to me, "Hey, want to get tickets to Atletico Ottawa?" I said, "Well, I'm already a season ticket holder for the Red Blacks. What's one more reason to go to the stadium?" So got the tickets and have been going all year. I've been a Red Black season ticket holder since they came back in 2014. I've been to multiple Ottawa Senators games. I'm not just saying this because I'm in front of you. Right here in 2022, I think the most entertaining sporting event in Ottawa is the Ottawa Atletico games. It's easy to say when I'm talking about a team that's in first place, and I get that, but I think it's more than that. I think the fact that I've seen this team battle back from adversity. I've seen like a fan culture like no other. Everybody who's at the game is engaged in the game. People aren't, walking around on the concourse. People aren't leaving early. People are just extremely engaged in it. From your perspective, tell me about the atmosphere and the fan base and what that experience has been for you playing here in Ottawa.
Yeah. Yeah, I think obviously every team or every player in the league from every different team will kind of say that, their fans are the best. But I think, we actually truly believe that we have like the best fans in the league. I think obviously, firstly, people talk a lot about, the Halifax support and they get amazing support, but they have a smaller stadium than what we do. So I think sometimes when you look at it, from the outside, we're in a 30,000 seated stadium, but we only get 5,000. But I don't think that takes away, at all from, the kind of atmosphere that the fans create. And yeah, I think from the first game of the season until the last, it's kind of grown, week on week. We've seen, more people coming out to support, and then, yeah, the atmosphere that is created on match days is something that I think the fans themselves should be proud of, because, that's all their kind of hard work that they put into supporting us this season. So, yeah, I think it's been amazing playing at home this season, and then I think the culture is not only the city but the country itself. I think is gonna, skyrocket over the next few years with the next two World Cups.
Absolutely. I mean, my hope for our home playoff game on the 23rd is that they open up the north side and we can fill up both sides. But I mean,
Yeah.
right now, I mean, I love the fact that I'm seeing posts about viewing parties, and years ago we've had different iterations of football clubs in Ottawa that didn't have this level of support. So it's nice to see that this is something that's really taking off. So before I let you go, and again, I said at the outset, I wanted to be extremely respectful of your time because I know you guys are working towards bringing us a championship right now. But it wouldn't be a Keith Whittier interview if I didn't take you through some rapid fire questions. And this is a bit of an extended version because I've got my favorite player here. So, have I told you about any of these questions I'm about to ask you?
No,
All
no.
right, all right, okay. And again, fun. First thing that comes to your mind. Now, this is not related to football in any way, but this is, regardless of who I talk to, this is always my first question in rapid fire. Ollie Bassett, what is your favorite movie of all time? And if you can't come up with one, I'll accept a top three.
Movie, I'd say Shawshank Redemption. I think, yeah,
Nice,
Shawshank.
nice.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one.
Good.
Uh, yeah. Who is your favorite football club to watch?
Or to watch, I'd say. Well, I support Aston Villa, but to
Okay,
watch, I'd say Man City for sure.
okay, okay. Premier League or Bundesliga?
Premier League.
Who wins the World Cup this year?
Um, not England. I'd say I think Brazil.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Who wins the Champions League?
City, Man City.
Yeah. Do you have a dream club that you would love to play for? That being said, if it's up to me, you're staying for as long as we can keep you. But I know you're ridiculously talented. People are going to be taking notice. But if do you have a dream club that you would love to play for?
A dream club. God, there's too many. Probably a team maybe back in Europe one day.
Okay.
A good level in Europe.
Okay. Okay.
That'd be
Fair.
goal. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure there's a soft side too when you're not just crushing goals. Do you have a celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Maybe Megan Fox.
Oh, can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Transformers. I like it. What is your what when you're not on the pitch, what is your favorite thing to do in Ottawa?
Anything to do in Ottawa. Ooh. Hmm. Favorite thing to me. My girlfriend's taken me out to several places. I think we like kind of just being outside. We've done a lot of activities. Just it sounds weird, but like just stuff like kayaking and just being outside and being in and around the city and trying out the different places to eat and stuff like that. So just basically doing anything we can together. It's probably
Okay.
what we're doing. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Okay. So going back to my friend Tom, who I share season tickets with, he is from England. Now he is used to, as we all are who follow European football. At the end of the year, you have the table. Whoever's on the top of the table wins. That's the way that it is. Here in North America, we have a playoff format. So I ask you, are playoffs weird?
No, I wouldn't say they're no, I wouldn't say they're weird. I think in in Europe it's probably a little bit different because you have promotion and relegation with so many leagues. So
Yeah.
teams are always constantly like moving places in leagues and stuff like that. And I think the way that the football is over there and the way it's been for, all them years is the team that finishes first after 28 games or
Mhm.
38 games is considered the best team in the league because they've done it over, a longer period of time. But I think with playoffs in North America and the MLS, I think because there isn't, that kind of promotion and relegation that they kind of need to add maybe an extra element of excitement to the end of the season. So I do believe that the team that finishes first should be classed as, the most consistent team,
Mhm.
over the course of the season, because anything can happen in 3 games in the playoffs. But I think once you're in the playoffs, it's definitely something that you want to win because it gives you that extra kind of buzz to do well.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Uh, Ollie, I got to ask you, when is the last time somebody actually called you Oliver?
Uh, Probably my girlfriend or my mom.
Okay, okay. 'Cause to me, it sounds like if your girlfriend calls you, I don't want to get in your business, but it sounds like if your girlfriend called you Oliver, you might be in trouble. But
I've
we'll
done
move
that.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Of course, behind the net, we see a big sign that says Hollywood. Have you yourself actually been to Hollywood?
No, I've never been. No, no,
Okay,
never been.
okay, okay. You can put that on the list. And the last question I have for you: do you have a final message for all of the Atletico Ottawa fans out there?
Yeah, I think obviously we're coming back to TD on the 23rd, I think, of
Mhm.
October for our second leg. So yeah, I think it would be amazing to see as many of you guys, at the game as possible. I know it's getting a little bit colder now, but we'd appreciate, you braving the weather maybe one or two more times before the end of the season. So yeah, it would be amazing to see as many people there at the game because I think after the game this weekend, we're going to need your support again to hopefully just push us over the line.
Excellent. Ollie, thank you so much for the time today. Obviously, wish you all the best in the playoffs, you and the team, and thank you for an incredible season.
No worries, Keith. Thank you. Thank you so much.